everyone, I'm back today with another video. This time it's something different than anything I've ever done before. I've had a few requests over the last, year, I think, about a year. People keep asking me if I'll do a bag collection video, and the only reason I've not done it is because of how much mess it makes. And I'm looking around my bedroom now and my OCD is kicking off big time. So yeah, I'm surrounded by bags at the moment and I'm itching to show them all to you so I can put them all back away, because I do not like this mess. But I didn't realise how many bags I had. I actually thought I had around 10, but there's definitely more than 10 here. I think because I had them tucked away in boxes, they were kind of out of sight, out of mind. If I can remember correctly, I'm going to start with the older bags, get them out of the way because they're a bit boring and out of date now, and then go on to like the newer styles that I've got. So I'm going to start with what I think was my first ever designer bag, and that is this delightful little number. I have no idea what the name of this bag was, but at the time, say it must have been around probably 2008, 2009, thereabouts ish. This was all the rage around there. It was like when the saddlebags and they called the gaucho bags from Dior came out. That was when this design was out as well, and it came with like all different coloured trims. For some reason I went for orange. I don't know. I was young and dumb, I suppose. But I actually was quite surprised when I watched Kylie Jenner's closet tour thing that she did, where she was showing off all of her bags, and she's actually got this bag in her collection now. So she's got it as a vintage bag, so that kind of makes me like it a little bit more, because if it's good enough for her, then it's good enough for me. But as you can see, it is pretty minging. This bag was well loved, very, very well loved. Then after that one, I think my next bag was this Fendi bag. This would have been bought a year later than that bag, so it's probably about 10 years old, I would think. But it just had the classic Fendi print all over it, and then the Fendi hardware on the front, which is completely rubbed off. Leather trim in brown leather. Again, this bag was used every day for at least a year. And this is like when I was like young 20s, so I was going out and taking this bag with me on some messy nights out. So I'm pretty sure this is like drink stains from nights out. But yeah, we had some fun times together. So that's my Fendi bag. No idea of the name, but Fendi. The next bag I got was another Fendi bag. I've tried to look up the name of this, but I can't find it. But this bag was so amazing when I got it. It's got this print on the front, which is almost like printed in, it looks like metallic gold, but it's not as shiny as the coating on the handles here. But the handles are metallic, coated leather, and they've got the Fendi kind of embossed symbols on the what's it called, chaps, and on the little clochette as well. It's got the same design on the back. It kind of resembles one of the, what are the little mini Speedies called? Nano Speedies, but slightly bigger. I actually gave this bag to my daughter because this little padlock that came with it was attached to the end here, but it came off, and I can't handle having broken things, and she felt posh with it, so I've given it to her. So it's actually currently filled with all of her little paraphernalia in there. So that one now stays in my daughter's bedroom. That's my small coated canvas Fendi bag. Then I think the next one was for my wedding anniversary. I think this was the one that I got for my first wedding anniversary, and this bag was really, really special when I got it, and that is my Lady Dior bag. As you can see, this bag has been very, very, very well loved. Again, I took this bag out with me everywhere. It's been on nights out with me, it's been on day trips out with me. It's seen me have 2 kids and carry around their bits inside of it as well. And it's actually been to Dior. It went back to Dior to have like a little bit of a facelift. So it has got brand new charms on it there. They polished up all the leather for me, and all the hardware that wasn't replaced they polished up as well. And they did try and restructure it as best as they could, but it had actually been packed away. When I moved house, it had been packed away, and all this back part had kind of been flattened up against the back of the bag. So it's still, I mean, it's not great, but all the corners, they've been repaired. They look good. The bottom's in pretty good condition. I won't open it too much, but this was what the original one, see if I can show you, with the red lining there. And this one has the zip closure. But I absolutely adored this bag, and as you can see, I used it to death. So although this bag and the purse have really seen better days, they've got a lot of sentimental value to me. So I've actually put both of these away for my daughter for when she's older. Hopefully, even though that they've been well loved, I hope that when she's older that she can get some use out of them as well. So that's my Lady Dior. Then the next one, I don't even know why I'm showing you this because it's a mess, but I kind of wanted to show you so you could see how my taste changed over the years. But the next one was this Vivienne Westwood heart-shaped bag, which I believe I got for my 2nd year anniversary. Black patent croc embossed leather, and this orbit on the front is glittery. I mean, really? But again, I loved this bag at the time. I saw it in House of Fraser, I think, in Blue Water, and completely fell in love with it and had to bring it home with me. So that was a gift for my 2nd year anniversary. So there's that one. And then that year for my birthday, on the theme of Vivienne Westwood, my brother got me this. So I've only actually used this a few times because, as I'm sure you can appreciate, it's slightly difficult to match to outfits because of the colours. But I actually really like this bag. I like it because it's unusual. It's kind of made out of like a canvas material, and then it is trimmed with like this fuchsia purple leather. got little feet on the bottom, and it's just a, you know, crook of your arm jobby or handheld. So there's my Vivienne Westwood. I think it's called a doctor's bag. Could be making that up, but I think that was what it was called. Then I think the next one after that was this Mulberry Alexa, and I absolutely loved it. I've got the matching purse as well somewhere, but kind of felt a little bit out of love with it over time, only because of these magnet closures. I kind of wish it was just this closure, because you can shut it here, but unless you then take the time to line these up and pop them in like that, they flop around, and then you can see the fastener on the bottom there. Yeah, not my favourite bag, but it was still a lovely gift, and I did use it for a full year before I'd kind of had enough and put it into retirement. But that is my Mulberry Alexa. Oh, and this is in the like the croc effect leather, and I think this was called Nightshade Blue or Night something blue. There we go. Then I think after that I kind of went on a bit of a bag hiatus for a little while. I really started getting back into bags in, I think it was 2016. It was for my birthday. I decided to get myself a Speedy B 25 in the Damier Ben print. I'd managed to save up and get that for myself. Had that for a little while, and then it was almost like I'd been bitten by the bag bug again. Like, as soon as I had that bag, I was like, I need to save up for another one. And then I ended up getting another one, and then I was like, I need to save up for another one. And since then I have acquired another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, about 15 bags, and that's not including the ones that I've sold. So I do tend to sell bags before I'll buy any, because otherwise I wouldn't be able to afford it. So I'll these probably won't be in any order. I'm just going to pick up the bags that are nearest to me. So as I said, the one that I got that kind of got me back into bags was the Louis Vuitton Speedy B25 and the Damier Ben. I'd had that for a little while, and I decided that the Damier Ben print wasn't really for me. So I actually sold that one, and some of you may or may not have seen, I actually did an unboxing video of this. I sold that one and repurchased it in the monogram. I've just decided over the last couple of years that I like the monogram print more. Like, if I'm going to save up my own money, and it takes me a long time to save up for these bags, and like, you know, you put a lot of hard work and effort into really, you know, making sure that you're putting enough money away for these bags, and that they're so special to me. So I wanted my bag to be as loud and, you know, in your face as it can be, and I think that's what the monogram print does for me. It's like, yeah, look at me in my posh bag. And it, you know, when you're out and I see people look at my bag, and it makes me feel nice, like having people notice my bags. Is that ridiculous? I hope some of you know what I mean. I'm sure you do. So yeah, that is my Louis Vuitton Speedy B25. That's enough. Pixie, you will have to excuse the dog snoring. I did actually shut them in the kitchen, which lasted for about 5 minutes, as I tried to film the beginning of this video, but they barked non-stop, so I've had to let them out again, which now means they are snoring in the background again. I don't know what else to do, guys. Like, I don't know, they're just going to snore or bark, so I don't know which one's worse. So if she starts snoring, I'll just tell her to shut up, so you have to excuse me. So yes, that is my Speedy B. Then what have we got? Got this bag here. Now, I'll be honest with you, I haven't really used this bag, but I bought it in the sale and I got it for a really, really good price. So I've kind of kept it for, like, if I go away on holiday or anything. This is my Tory Burch Perry tote in metallic silver, and it has got the blue lining there. I got this bag, I think it was like, it must have been like Black Friday sales or something. But I thought it was cute, and I found this little, this is so, seriously, like, who buys a bag, you know, a nice posh bag, and then goes to Primark and buys a tinsel ball and then puts a tinsel ball on their bag? Me, apparently. But because this was like, I was using this at Christmas time, I bought this tinsel ball and I had it on there like that. Oh my god, I'm so trashy, aren't I? Then I've got this bag here, which I absolutely adore, and this is probably one that I've had one of the longest since I kind of got back into bags, and this is my Louis Vuitton Neverfull MM, and it's with the, what's this called? Oh my god, you guys, I'm not even kidding, I've just spent the last 5 minutes googling how the hell you say, I'm still going to say it wrong, Pavoine. How I've always known how you say that word, and I've just gone to show you this bag and my brain has just completely died. So I'm going to say Pavoine. Is it Pavoine? Can someone remind me how to say it, because I cannot remember how to say it.
Pivoine.
Anyway, it's the one with the dark pink lining. I've actually got a Smogger bag liner in there as well, and I used to have 4 Neverfulls. I had this one, I had the monogram with the rose ballerine lining, I had the Damier Ben with the rose ballerine lining, and I had the Damier Azur with the rose ballerine lining as well. But as my collection grew, I just wasn't reaching for the other colours as much. I know that the monogram with the rose ballerine lining was like super duper hard to find and popular, and everybody kind of wanted to get their hands on it, but it just didn't really do anything for me. I much preferred this darker pink. So I've had this one since 2016. The vachetta is still pretty light on it. And I've got my little Burberry Thomas Bear on there because he kind of matches the lining. He kind of alternates between some of my bags. But yep, that is my Louis Vuitton Neverfull. I won't go on too much about that because I'm sure you all know all about this bag. Then I'm just gonna throw a couple in that are maybe a little bit different than what you might be expecting from a video like this. Here I have my irregular choice, King of the Castle bag. Now this isn't luxury by any means, but I just thought I'd show you because this is where, like, I'm a bag collector. Not all of my bags have to be like luxury brands. This was a bag that I saw and fell in love with, not necessarily to use, but more because I thought it was beautiful and I wanted to kind of display it. So I thought, yeah, this might be a bag that you wouldn't be expecting to see in a video like this, but I just thought it was pretty and some of you might like to see that. Then on the theme of bags that are a little bit different, this is my Coach, I think this is, right, it's a Bennett bag, but I can't remember what size it is, and I don't know if you can actually see, but this bag is holographic. I loved this bag so much when I first got it, but I kind of used it to death, and I feel like I've dulled it a little bit. Let me see if I can... Is it gonna... There, can you see the rainbow colours? It's so cool. And this one, I think I got this one sent over from America. I got it on eBay. I've had this one for a few years as well. But these are really nice bags. So it's one main compartment there. It has got a zip section on that side and a slip pocket on that side, and it comes with a really nice long shoulder strap, and I find the Coach shoulder straps really comfortable. They're really thin, and you'd think that that would make them more uncomfortable, but I think it actually makes them more comfortable because there's less of it rubbing on you. So that is my Coach. It's not a baby Bennett, I think it's a mini Bennett. There we go. Let's look at a different brand next. This is a Gucci bag. This was my first Gucci bag, I think. I've had lots of other brands over the years, but this was my first Gucci, and I bought this for myself for my birthday 2017. Yeah, for my birthday. This is the Gucci Marmont in the medium size, which was the largest size at the time. It's in black leather with gold hardware. I didn't do a specific video on this bag, but I did do a video comparing it to the next bag that I will show you. So I'll show you that bag, I'll show you the two together, and then I can tell you about the video. So this is my next Gucci bag, and I think out of my entire collection, this is one of my most favourite bags. This is stunning. So this is the Gucci Marmont in the velvet. I love this bag. It's so beautiful. Now I've had this bag for a couple of years as well, and people that worry about the velvet on these, there's not a mark on this bag. It's in beautiful condition. And I think the one thing that I will say about how to keep this bag in great condition is when you store it, keep the dust bag on it, and instead of storing it with the chains like this, pressing, you know, on the velvet, if you leave your chains like that, or even pulled through like that, what that's going to do is it's going to leave indentations in the velvet. So the way that I have fixed that is, as I say, I put it in the bag, tie the bag around it, and then I hang it. I've got hooks on the back of my door, and I just leave that hung on the back of my door, and from doing that there's no marks on the velvet at all. Still in perfect condition. As I said, I did do a video unboxing this bag and then comparing it to this bag. So the velvet is the small size and the black is the medium size, but I loved this one so much that I knew that I'd love this one as well, and I think they've been brilliant bags. I absolutely love them. But if you would like to know any more about these bags, I will link the other video. I'll do one of those eye symbols that side, and you can click on that and watch that video if you're interested. But yep, there's that bag. My next bag is this Alexander Wang Rocky bag in the regular size. So there is a smaller size than this, which is the mini Rocky, and there is a larger one than this, which is more like a duffel bag, which is called the Rocco bag. But this is the smaller one that you can wear crossbody, I think. I'll have to check the strap length. But I love this bag because it's got all of these studs on the bottom. Super shiny, gorgeous gold studs. And it comes in loads of different leathers and loads of different hardware colours. But I liked this one because it was really soft. This is just the regular pebbled leather. But this is a really unusual bag. It's got a curved zip on the top there. And it opens like that. So you've got massive space there to get your things in and out. And then it comes with an adjustable strap. Yeah, it's definitely more shoulder length than crossbody. You could probably only wear that crossbody if you were very small, which I am not. I love this bag. I'll be honest with you, I don't wear it very often. I did when I first got it, but I haven't worn it for a while. I must actually dig this one out again because it's really, it's a cool bag. It's a cool bag, and I don't see very many people with this bag. So yeah, that's Alexander Wang Rocky bag. Next we have another Louis Vuitton bag here, and this is my Neonoe, but this isn't Rose Ballerine. It's very, very similar, but this is called Rose Poudre. I think that's how you say it. I could be butchering that, but something like that anyway. And I've also got my little Louis Vuitton, I think this was called the Degrade, something like that, heart, which is like an ombre, pink ombre with Louis Vuitton logo embossed into it there. Love that. This is my second Neonoe. The first one that I had was faulty and I had to send it back, but at the time they didn't have any more stock, so I wasn't able to get another one until my friend Carrie was selling hers, and I ended up buying hers off of her, and this one is absolutely perfect. I did do an unboxing on this bag as well. Again, I will link it in the I buttons at the top. But I love this bag. I was thinking of selling it recently because I haven't used it in a long time, but I got it out and tried it on again, and there's no way that I could bring myself to sell it. Well, certainly not at the moment anyway. It's just such a pretty bag. So it undoes with these, like a toggle there, a drawstring, and then inside is lined in like a this baby pink microfiber lining. Then it's got two compartments there, and then a partition in the middle with a zipped compartment. And it's just a great bag. It's so comfortable. It kind of, wearing this reminds me of wearing a Neverfull. It's just as comfortable as a Neverfull, but what's different about this bag is that you've got the shoulder strap here that can be unbuttoned, and then it just slides up like that, and that makes it into a crossbody. And then if you want to put it back to shoulder strap, you just pull the ends and they pop back into these poppers like that. And I love that. I love that you've got the option of wearing it either way, because usually I do like to wear my bags on my shoulder. It's just more comfortable for me that way. But sometimes if you've got your hands full, it's nice to have the option of then dropping this bag down into a crossbody, so I don't have to be holding onto it or like keep pushing up on my shoulder. Plus it's beautiful. So that is my Neonoe. I think we've got about 6 bags left. I'm going to show you this one next, which is a Saint Laurent bag. This was one of my most recent purchases. This is the Lou camera bag with the gorgeous YSL logo there in gold hardware, and the colour of this is dark red. I absolutely adore this bag. It can be worn crossbody or on the shoulder. Really, really comfortable. love this colour. I wanted something in a different colour that was going to break up the Louis Vuitton brown and the black bags that I've got in my collection, and this has been fantastic. So I won't go into too much detail with this because I did do the video, not my last video but the one before was all about this bag. So again, if you click on the eye, there should be a list of videos there with the bags that I've got videos for, and you can just click on them if you're interested. So that is the YSL or Saint Laurent Lou camera bag. Next, I'll show you something a little bit different. This is my Keiger Kensington, Rainbow Kensington bag. This isn't necessarily luxury, but I still think it is beautiful. One of my prettiest bags in my collection. Again, this bag I don't actually use. I actually have a little shelf in my corner where this bag, and I've actually got a little Harry Potter briefcase bag, don't ask. But I keep them up there as decoration. But I think this is just stunning, this bag. This is all leather, different coloured leather to make it into a rainbow. It has got this gorgeous eagle head on the front there with like rainbow coloured stones on its head and for its eyes. And then this one is the old style, which has got the chain strap with no leather brakes. The new versions of this bag have actually got like leather brakes on both of the straps, which probably do make it more comfortable. But as I say, I don't really use this bag, it's just as a decorative piece, so it doesn't really bother me. So again, that is the Rainbow Kensington bag from Keiger. This is my only Chloe bag, and I've never done an unboxing on this. It's on my list to do, so I can go over it in a bit more detail. And because I've not done an unboxing, I've not used this yet, which is crazy. But yeah, this is my Chloe Faye backpack in the bigger size. There's a small one which I think is the mini, and this one's the small. And it is black leather with a black suede flap here, and then it has gold hardware, and it has leather backpack straps, but it also has a shoulder strap as well, so you can wear it as either a backpack or a shoulder bag. I got this bag from one of the ladies in one of the Facebook handbag groups. I got a really good deal on this. I think the retail price on these is about £1,300, and I paid £600 for this bag, and it is gorgeous. I must get around to doing a proper like review on it so I can use it. But it just opens up with a magnetic closure there. It's filled with air paper at the moment. But inside it has a nice light lining, so you won't lose your things as easily as you would if it was black lined. But it also has these zips that pull down on the front. And that allows you to expand the bag, which makes there a little bit more room, but definitely a wider opening. I actually quite like the look of it unzipped because it has the suede in the like gussets. Are these gussets? We'll go with gussets. But it has the suede in there, so it makes a nice contrast between the leather and the suede. So inside there is one zipped pocket at the back there, and this front bit has a slip pocket as well. I think this is a really nice backpack, so hopefully after I've done a video doing a little bit more in-depth review of it, then I can get around to wearing it. So that is the Chloe Faye backpack in the small size. I have mentioned this bag on my I did a few videos back of the Coach camera bag, and I did mention this in that video. It's called the Coach Chelsea Crossbody bag. I think the colour was called Deep Berry or Dark Berry. It's this gorgeous dark, like berry purple colour, and it's got like gunmetal hardware up there and where the handles is. This one I had hot stamped with hologram. There's a unicorn, a lightning bolt and a T-Rex on there. Very grown up. And inside this bag again has the nice thin Coach crossbody strap. Super comfortable, love that. And inside the bag, one large compartment with a zip pocket, and that's about it in there. I've also got my little oil slick Rexy charm in there that I wear on this bag. And then I think I have 4 bags left. So I have my other Saint Laurent bag. Out of all of my bags, I think this is my favourite. It's definitely the bag that I've had the most use out of. It is my Saint Laurent medium Lulu bag. I can't say enough good things about this bag. To me, this is just perfection in a bag. I absolutely adore it. And anyone that says that this kind of leather or these bags lose their shape, I have used this pretty much constantly since June last year, and it has barely any loss of structure at all. I think it still looks immaculate. Like I really have used this to death, and it's in such great condition. It really, really is. I think it holds its structure well, especially when, I mean, it's empty at the moment and it's still holding itself, you know, quite firm. But when you've got your items in there, it holds itself completely, you know, solid. It's fine. It's got a really strong magnetic closure, and then inside you have a large compartment at the front here, a zippered partition, another compartment in the back, and then there is a zipped pocket in the back there, and I think that's it. The only, I don't know, some people might find it a downside, is that this back section here is actually the same size as the front section, but because the strap is threaded through this middle section, it makes the back part a little bit more difficult to get into. But it really, really doesn't bother me at all, because I usually have a Louis Vuitton Toiletry 19 that I sit in the back there that I use as like a catch-all, and that just stays in there. So anything that I don't use as much goes in that part of the bag, and then all of my, like my phone, my wallet, anything that I'm going to be using like more often goes in the front part of the bag, so I can access it more easily. So it's good because really I have the things that I don't use as much. I don't want to be able, I don't want to put my hand in there and be pulling them out by accident. So I'd rather have it separated like that, and that's fine by me. So absolutely could not recommend this bag highly enough. Adore it. Then I have my Louis Vuitton Pochette Métis in the monogram canvas. I have mixed feelings about this bag. I feel like I got this bag because everyone wanted this bag and I followed the trend, and because of all the problems that have surrounded this bag, it stops me enjoying it as much as I would like to. So, I mean, really, I've not used this bag very much, as you can tell. Still really light pochetta. It's actually still got plastic on the front here as well. But yeah, I'm sure you all know this bag. It's got one main compartment in the middle, it's got a smaller compartment at the front, and a compartment there at the back. Kind of accordion style bag. And there's another zipped pocket on the back. I got this bag in 2017. And I've hardly used it, to be honest, because I also have this one. So this is the pochette Matisse in the Empreinte leather in noir or black, and to me, I prefer this one. Now normally I prefer the monogram canvas. It's just like, as I said, I really like monogram canvas because it's showy and I'm a show off. But there's something about this bag, the black with the gold. It's so classy and I feel so posh when I wear this bag. So I think another reason I like this bag is because I know that I can't get the Chanel Jumbo classic flap, which is like my dream bag. I know that that's a long way off me getting that bag. This bag was like a quarter of the price of that bag, and I think it kind of filled a hole, a Chanel shaped hole. So I do adore this bag. This is actually my second one. I did have one before this, the same, but there was a fault with the lock here, so I sent that back, and this is a replacement bag which actually hasn't been used very much, so it's still pretty much brand new. But out of the two of my pochette Matisse, I just think this one's so much, it's just, to me, it like, this is casual, this is classy, so they do serve different purposes completely, and that's why I have both of them. I really do feel like, because of the quality issues with the canvas ones, it just puts me off using this, because I'm just waiting for the day that something goes wrong with it so I don't use it. Does that make sense? So I'd rather use this, because this one, the one that I had before this, I used for probably about 5 months, and there was no problems with it at all, other than it wasn't really like a huge problem with the lock. It was just the paint had started to chip off the lock. But I think that's, to be fair, I don't think it was actually a fault. I think it's just something that happens with these bags. So if it happened again, I wouldn't send it back. I think you don't need to, it's not noticeable enough. But yeah, that is my pochette Matisse in the Empreinte leather. I lied, I have 2 bags left because I forgot the one I'm using. So this is the bag that I'm using, which was the bag I unboxed in my last video. The Givenchy Antigona in the small size. I've been using it since I made that video. So what, just under a week. And I love it. Love, love, love it. It did have a little like chip out of the leather. I think I showed in the video. But I bought some polish and I've actually been able to fix it. I think it was just there. You can barely see it now. So I am so pleased with this bag. The colour is just lush. I used it, I took it out shopping at the weekend. I say shopping, I took it out to Dunelm and Tesco's at the weekend, and it was perfect because I could fit so much crap inside of this bag and it still was comfortable on my shoulder. I just love it. It's so nice to have a bag that's got a bit more room in for a change, where I can just put in whatever I want. So, yep, that is my Givenchy Antigona in the small size in plum, I think is the colour. My last bag is my one and only, I say bag, it's actually an SLG, but it's a bag to me. But this is my Chanel wallet on chain. Prized possession. Comes in gorgeous dust bag, and I have it in the black caviar leather with the gold hardware. I bought this because I was still lusting over the Chanel Jumbo. I desperately wanted something that was Chanel. My sister-in-law has got this bag, but with the silver hardware, and I'd kind of touched hers up a little bit, and it was like, oh, maybe I can save up to get something Chanel. So I started putting money away, and bit by bit I finally ended up with enough money to buy this bag. Now, I did actually sell a lot of bags to help fund this, and I was talking to my mum about what I did to get this bag, and I'm kind of thinking maybe I could do that again, but this time sell some bags and get my Chanel Jumbo, which is the bag of my dreams. Because I've shown you these bags, and there's such a lot of bags here, more bags than I could possibly use, and I always seem to be going through the same probably 4 or 5 bags, and the rest of them are just in their dust bags on the shelves, and they don't really get used. I mean, even this, I bought this, and I told myself for so long that a wallet on chain was not going to work for me because I carry too much, and I have tried. I can get this to work. It fits my iPhone 10 in with like a card holder, my car keys, and like a lip balm or a lip gloss. But I kind of like the option of having a little bit more room. I do love the long chain strap on this. I could go for like a mini, but I don't think a mini's going to do me much better than this does. I just have my heart set on a Chanel Jumbo, and I think one day I would like to maybe sell off some of my bags, including this actually, so I can get my dream bag. But at the moment I will just sit and love this and let it just fill that Chanel size hole. One day I will have a Jumbo. I'm sure I will one day. But in the meantime, I have this. It is absolutely gorgeous. I feel like I need more room. I carry too much crap for a wallet on chain, realistically. So I think that's it. I think that's all my bags. Way too many. I shouldn't have this many. I honestly thought I had about 12, but there's much more here. I thought it might be useful to show you how I store most of my bags. I've got this unit here from IKEA. I believe it's called the Kallax unit. This is the biggest one that they do. And it's 4 by 4, and I think half of it I've got my bags in. As you can see, these ones here with the dust bags. And then the other sections and some of the boxes I've got other bits and bobs in, but it seems really good size for storing my bags in. I've got my Neverfull here and my Tory Burch Perry tote there, and they can stand full height just with the straps tucked in. And then most of my other bags here, I can fit 2, 3 or 4. I think I've even got 5 on that shelf there, without squeezing them in too tight, because I do not want to get indentations. So I am very careful with how I store them. But like for example here, I've got 5 bags on that shelf that fit nicely. 3 there. I think I've got 2 there at the moment, and those 2 there. And then also, like in this drawer, I've got some more bags, and then I have like SLGs down here, and the rest is just other bits and bobs, nothing to do with bags. But I find this really, really good for storing bags on, and I love how it looks as well. If you would like to know any more details about any of the bags that I've shown in this video, please leave a comment below, and I will do my best to answer any questions that you have. But yeah, that is my collection. I have now got to tidy away all this mess. You can't even see it. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed that. I hope for those of you that wanted to see my collection that you enjoyed that. And I'm going to put these bags away and I shall see you in the next one. Bye.